Have you ever thought about being on a real estate team? Well, welcome to my podcast, Seeking Wisdom Through Real Estate, where we dig deeper into truly understanding and gaining knowledge from experienced and educated people. I'm your host, Leah Massey. I'm a real estate agent who is trying to educate myself and take you along for the ride. Every week, we will be bringing you information to help you unlock the understanding in real estate. So join us today with our guest, Everett Regan. So, how are you, Everett?
I'm very well. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Indeed, yes.
So, Everett is a real estate agent with a few years of experience, proudly affiliated with Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services, the Jason Dalby team. I appreciate you joining us here today.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So, how did you get into real estate?
Long story short, just really running from responsibilities,
Mhm,
and not just being grounded in anything. At first, I was just all over the place, and my aunt,
mhm,
who lives in Florida, uh, she really urged me that, I think it'd be something that you'd be good at
mhm,
to get into real estate. Because I was just gonna move to Florida without any plan. And I was just like, I'm jumping out of this airplane without a parachute,
mhm.
and whatever happens when I land, it happens.
Right.
And she's like, really? Like, I think that is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
So I I came back to Pittsburgh and I was like stomping my foot on the airplane because I actually had my security deposit with me.
Oh,
I had my
okay.
security deposit and I was gonna get a rental down there.
Wow.
And she redirected me. She was like my GPS. It
Mhm.
was like recalculating. And I'm going back to Pittsburgh with a
Yeah.
fit. But when I came back, I just, stuck my nose in that real estate information. I was like, yeah, let me see what this is about. And
Mhm.
so long story short, yeah, my aunt was the one who kind of pushed me into it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
thankful for that.
Yes. Did you get a gift every year?
No, no, no. Maybe I should. I
Yeah.
don't know.
All right. And also, did you have that feeling now when you had said that, how you now got into real estate? I know for myself, once I got into it, somebody had led me there too. I was like, man, I wish I would have done this when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like started when I was younger. Yeah, because you love it so much. It's like, man,
Yeah. I mean, I think everything happens for a reason in
yeah,
its timing.
yeah.
And it just worked out perfect that
Hmm.
this this side of my life, I landed in the real estate. But
Hmm.
now that I'm in it, yeah, I wish I would have started when I was younger.
Right.
Like Cammy
Hmm.
started like
Yeah.
right out of high school.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if I
And
was
I think I
mature
always would
enough.
tell her too. Oh, I wish I
I don't
would.
know if I was mature enough to jump into it
That's
like
true.
that.
Or think it might not have been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when did you first join a real estate team and what led you to that decision?
I think my memory serves me correct. I want to say the spring of 2024. Maybe?
Mhm.
Yeah, the spring of 2024. And then what was the second part of that?
And what led you to that decision?
Well, the team manager actually approached me,
Mhm.
and I had some time to think about it, but uh, I mean, I pretty much knew that I was gonna join the team.
Okay.
I needed that. Um, I needed that structure,
Mhm.
and plus, I looked at it like I always refer it um, to sports, and I refer to when LeBron left Cleveland
Mhm.
to join Miami.
Mhm.
He did that because he wanted to win. And I was like, you know what? I want to start winning, you
Mm.
know? And I know that I'm going to have to sacrifice my name to do so.
Mhm.
Because, when you're on a team, everything you sell is credit to the team name, the team
Right.
manager name. So, but I didn't care about that. I was just like, look, I just want to win and I want to make moves.
Right.
So I'll sacrifice my name. LeBron had to sacrifice his name to join D Wade's team,
Yeah.
you know, and everybody knows that. They're like, hey, that's not your team anymore.
Mhm.
Cleveland was your team.
Right.
Miami's not your team. So that's how I look at it. I'm like, look, as long as we're winning, I'm good.
Yeah.
So
And you have been winning. So we'll
yeah,
talk
yeah, indeed.
talk about that. Have you always worked on a team or did you experience going solo first?
No, I started out solo.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, I'm not 100% on this, but through Berkshire, you can't be on the team until you finish all your tiers and all of
Right.
that, right? Your
Right. I believe
classes
so,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah, but I started out solo, um, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great, and I
Mhm.
need I needed it to be great,
Mhm.
So you need to connect yourself to, people who have been doing it for a long time. Not everybody just kicks the door down and just starts hitting success like that. It's
Right.
it's very rare,
Right.
you know.
And that's good too. You realized, earlier what fit for you as well too.
Mm.
What was your first impression of a team dynamics in real estate? So what did you think of a team at first when you heard of it?
I didn't really know what to think
Mhm.
because I know that every team is structured differently,
Mhm.
um, and not all teams are created equally.
Mhm.
But I just knew that I kind of got a vibe with my team manager. I knew that he was, very unselfish. As
Mhm.
far as like willing to share information,
Mhm.
and willing to pass on leads, so you get the experience of you know different transactions and really being in it because you
Right.
you can read as much information as you want, but until you're actually in these real life situations, it's like you got to think quick.
Uh-huh.
You can't run back to the book and start flipping through pages. And I mean, and again, you can know, you can have the book knowledge,
Right.
but it's completely different than actually being in that. And I felt that you know with that team structure, you get that, or you should get that.
Right.
But again, not every team is created equally.
Well, I give him his flowers, and that's what I've been doing with some of my guests, bringing other agents out who uh, is willing to share and willing
Yeah,
to help you out. Just give them flowers. They're just that's
right.
so grateful because you need that in this business. How has your perspective on teams changed over time?
That's a good question. Well, yeah, again, because not all teams are created equally. I mean, I talked to different agents, from different brokerages, and I see uh, how theirs is structured,
Mhm.
versus ours and many others. Me, I'm kind of the way I see a team, depending on how you landed on that team. Like prime example, if a team manager is reaching out to an agent to be on their team, my idea is that okay, so how is it going to benefit that agent that is being asked? I didn't come to you; you came to me.
Right.
So with that being said, I look at that person as a either a quarterback or a point guard,
Mhm.
meaning that I mean, again, this is just me, so it's not like
Yeah.
any like rules or anything, but I look at it as a quarterback or a point guard. If you're not distributing anything, you're supposed to be distributing that ball, meaning, you know, uh, leads.
Mhm.
They ask you to be on their team, but also, um, you know, the the sales are going to all go under their name anyway, so they're
Mhm.
going to benefit. So even if you bring in your own, it goes to that manager's name. So
Mhm.
it's like, how is this going to benefit me? Are you going to disciple me as an agent? That's one
Mhm.
thing that I think is very important. Um, versus just, yeah, you're going to be on my team and anything that you bring in is just going to go to me and I'm not going to give you anything.
Right.
Like that's just to me. To me,
Right.
that's not how I
Yeah.
see it, you
Yeah.
know.
And that's important. We're going to dive deeper into that too. Um, and this kind of goes in. So, what personality types thrive in a team structure? What do you think? Like, is everybody equipped for a team, or what do you think?
Yeah, no, no, and not everybody's made for a team.
Hmm.
Some agents are the way they're just made, the
Hmm.
way they're wired is like I could never be on a team.
Right.
I just talked with an agent a couple of days ago, and I asked her if she would ever think about joining a team, and she like shot it down like a bird in the sky. I was like, no, no, and I was like, hey,
Yeah.
respectfully, I mean, she's doing really well for herself,
Right. Right.
So I'm like, I get it,
Right.
you know. Um, so I'm sorry, what was that?
What personality types
Okay.
thrive in a team structure?
Um, I I I think that any personality that is going to be balanced. You know,
Mhm.
you can't have all of the same personalities on one team.
Right.
Like my team manager and I we're like night and day. We're
Mhm.
completely different. And then the other pieces that we add to the team, like we each have our own um, strengths
Mhm.
and we have our weaknesses,
Mhm.
but it all kind of like balances each other out,
Okay.
you know. Um, so
Almost like you gotta feel it, like you just gotta
yeah,
connect.
and
Yeah,
you
it gotta
feel it,
work.
and you kind of know
Mhm.
um, just through conversation and you know maybe many different company events,
Mhm.
just talking to people, you get a vibe for who people are,
Right.
and you know where they're where they will be a good fit and how they will be a good fit.
Okay. How are responsibilities divided on your team?
Um, I don't really think we have like like we all share the same responsibilities. Now there
Okay.
are certain teams that's like you handle just the buyers,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
handle just the sellers,
Uh,
you handle the investors. I know some teams that are structured out uh, location wise.
uh-huh.
It's like you take the north, I'll take the south, east, west. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, we don't really have like specific responsibilities. We're pretty much just um, running all over the city.
Okay.
You know,
And you guys do your own the paperwork too, right?
no, 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 no. We
Okay.
have so we do have someone that does our paperwork.
Okay.
Thank goodness, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't like paperwork.
Uh-huh.
I'll do it if I absolutely have to,
Right.
but I'm not a fan of paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's always nice to have that
yeah.
assistant. What does a typical day look like for you?
Mm.
Like, what do you mostly do? I do know you do some social media stuff too, and how you
Not
network.
consistent though.
Not consistent. Okay.
I mean, sometimes I get overwhelmed with social media. I try to stay present,
Uh-huh.
or in front of people, but it just overwhelms me. I'm like,
Mhm.
am I posting too much, or am I not posting enough? But uh, but yeah, my day, I wish it was a little more structured. I mean,
Mhm.
a lot of times we have 9 o'clock meetings,
Mhm.
so I know to try to block off that. Um, And lately, what I've been trying to do is like cut off all communications at a certain hour. Like I don't, if it's not an emergency, because you want to respect your time,
Right.
you want to respect other people's time too.
Mhm.
Like I don't want to be texting or emailing someone 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
It just to me it doesn't look good. Now clients do it all the time, but I'm like, hey, we're cutting it off at a certain
Right.
time. We're not writing up offers 9 p.m.
Right.
Because also I'm not the one doing the paperwork.
Mhm.
It's my admin, so I want to respect her time as well.
Oh,
And so at least I have that part
okay. Mhm.
structured. I'm like nothing after 9 p.m. You know, the rest of my day I can work on.
Now, is
Because
that something over your time of being an agent that you learned to do, or were you always like that?
no,
Okay.
no. I think it was and it really has nothing to do with being an agent. It's just, being a human.
Oh, okay.
For me,
Okay.
it's just like, I mean, there's certain conversations I don't want to have late in the night.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, let's cut it off. That can wait till tomorrow. Unless
Yeah.
it's like, hey, your house is on fire. What?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, but I mean, other than that, no, I wanna cut it off
Okay.
at
Okay.
a certain point, you
Okay.
know.
And how about how do you avoid stepping on each other's toes with your clients? But you guys say you kind of separated, so there's no stepping or
Hmm.
you guys step on each other's toes?
Wait,
Like how
clients or team
your team,
members?
like how do you avoid stepping on each other's toes in the team? Because people might,
Team and clients or
yeah,
no? Just
just your
team.
team. Yeah.
Team. Okay. Even that is kind of I think once you get to know who you're working with
Mhm.
more, it like really sends a person off the wrong way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Um, you kind of know like what pressure points
Mhm.
So, like prime example, like I said about having a 9 p.m. cutoff.
Mhm.
So if I have that 9 p.m. cutoff, I get really irritated if someone is pressing that,
Mm.
or like one of my things is, uh, and I think this is just more of like a upbringing kind of thing,
Mhm.
but don't ask me a question without greeting me
Mm.
first in text, whatever. Like, don't just say, "Did you get those contracts?" or "Did you get?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Good morning,
Oh.
good afternoon, good evening."
Yeah.
Like, just don't jump into what you want to say. And I'm very conscious of that on myself. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm addressing and greeting a person first before I'm like, "We sent that over. Did you get it?" I'm
Mhm.
like, "What?"
Yeah.
That's kind of like, my like,
Yeah.
stepping on my toes. But I mean, no, it's just, um, just what do you say? Just having common courtesy and
Yeah.
reading the room. Like,
Right.
you can kind of tell when somebody is a little off. So
Mhm.
you're very careful with your tone,
Right.
your tone of voice, and um, yeah,
Yeah. And that might be what some people might think, like not wanting to be on team with the different personalities and working together. But again, I think if you find that team that you really connect with.
right.
Have you ever had conflict within the team and how was it handled?
Was that personal? That might be a personal question.
Okay,
No,
let's
I'm
take that.
joking.
No.
No, I mean, no, not enough to. I mean, if there was conflict, um, it would be through a phone conversation,
Mhm.
um, you know, and not at this nice podcast setting. No,
Okay.
I'm
All
messing with
right. All right.
you.
Do team agents actually make less money than solo agents?
mm, it all depends.
Mhm.
It all depends. I mean, um, how much business are you bringing in?
Mhm.
You know, the luxury of being on a team, and if you have a team lead that pays for leads and they're not selfish and they're distributing,
Mhm.
I mean, you can really be, um, provided that you're putting in the work. You can really
Yeah.
be successful. And so I mean, and it's always up and down, whether you're a solo agent or a team agent. Um, Real estate is not consistent.
Right.
It's just always up and down.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I really could uh, compare that.
Well, I think what you made that point as far as it depends on whoever the team lead is, how they
Yeah,
are. So
yeah,
maybe people shop around
right,
and don't just go to the first one because they're all kind of set up different.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
So maybe
um,
you could make less if you're depending on who the leader was. That
yeah. Now,
yeah,
granted, I mean, if you're talking commission splits, yeah, like
yeah.
they're going to net more
Mhm.
because I mean, one, your split is with Berkshire Hathaway first, and if
Mhm.
you're on a team, it goes to the team manager,
Mhm.
and then you get yours.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, so
And then
yeah,
you got a way you're going to get more volume though being on a team
right,
versus yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How do you balance personal brand versus team brand?
Um,
Because some people might worry about that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a good question. So, um, I remember I had quite a few, maybe like a couple of people that heard that I was either going to join a team
Mhm.
or I was considering it, and they, pulled me aside. I was like, "Hey, I don't think it's a good idea,
Mhm.
because everything that you sell is going to be under the other person's name."
Mhm.
And I thought about it, and I said, "Okay, but I can still have my own brand.
Mhm.
I still can have my own name. It's just a matter of, you know, really thinking about like, okay, how do I still stick out
Mhm.
under this name, but that I sold it?" So an idea that I came out, and this is free. This is free. This is a
Okay.
free tip.
Okay. Free tip. All right, guys.
So um I remember thinking about having like a certain number.
Mhm.
Like so any of my offers that I write up,
Mhm.
sometimes I forget, but any of my offers that I write up or any of my listings, I ask my clients, "Hey, I have this certain number
Mhm.
that I list as." So instead of like 300,000, I do $300,007. it's always going to be 007. So anytime you see a random sale and it
Mhm.
closed for $300,000, $7, $5.95, $7, that's me.
Mm.
And the whole purpose behind it was James Bond, Mission Impossible,
Yeah.
007.
Mhm.
So even though it's under Jason Dolby team,
Right.
it's like, oh, $7, $7, $7. So I've even
Same
had,
message.
other like listing agents call me back like, hey, we received the offer. What's up with this $7 thing? Is that like, is it James Bond? Some people catch on
Oh,
to
they
it,
get okay.
and then some people won't. And I'm like, Mission Impossible. They're like, oh, I like that. So that's
Mhm.
how I, still include my brand.
Mm.
And it's like, you're going to know I sold that even though it's not under my name. And also just the way I, you know, not in an arrogant way, but the way I carry myself. Like I'm probably one of the only agents that will consistently wear shirt and tie. I don't have one on now, a tie, but
Mm.
but I mean, I'm all about,
Yeah.
presentation and
Right.
always, now my team manager's a little relaxed,
Uh-huh.
much relaxed. Like he's just
Okay.
super chill. He won't get dressed up
Uh,
unless like I like, hey bro, we got to get dressed up.
right.
We're going to the award ceremony. Like you're gonna wear a suit. You're
Mhm.
gonna wear a suit and you're gonna wear a tie. And we're gonna look good,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So but yeah, that's how I,
That's
you know, stay consistent with my brand and, still respecting the team name and that. So
well, you also do something else that kind of stands out. You do the birthday calls.
I do. I
Yeah.
do. I forgot about that. So
Yeah.
the birthday calls, I remember when I first started, and we were introduced to our homepage,
Mhm.
right, for the um, agents and anybody who works under that
Mhm.
Berkshire, West Penn, and Everest
Mhm.
settlement.
Mhm.
Uh, I saw today's birthdays.
Mhm.
I said, wow. I said, what if I called everyone in the entire company on their birthday?
Mhm.
And I'm like, it'll be a lot of work, but it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I would get a chance to connect with everybody in our entire company. And so I'm a bit of a procrastinator. So I had this idea back in 2022 when I first started,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't really put it into action until 2023. So January 2023, I get up and I'm on my phone and I'm just wishing everyone a happy birthday on their birthday. So whether it was like two people or sometimes it could be like 20.
Mhm.
And people were just like blown away by it. I mean, I've even gotten referrals from it. Not that that's why I do it,
Right.
but and I just generally do it because I like connecting with people. I'm kind of like the birthday guy,
Yeah.
so that's also a part of my brand.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's like what you like to market, how you like to market too, and
yeah,
yourself and network with people. You got your own little niche.
yeah.
Niche. And so I guess I'll be getting one tomorrow.
You will. It's your
Um,
birthday tomorrow.
yes. So I'll get one tomorrow.
No way. Well, yeah, you'll be getting one
Okay.
because I
All
have it
right.
automatically in my calendar. So anytime, like, if I already have your, so
Which I got calls from you before.
here's the key to
Uh-huh.
this. So the key to this is if I call and you don't answer and you don't return my call, I don't save anything. I'm not saving your name. I'm not saving your number or your birthday. You'll get another shot next year.
Mhm.
If you answer and if you either text me back
Yeah.
or call me back, I save your information because I'm like, if I'm going to refer business to somebody, I want to refer business to someone I know that's going to answer their phone. I'm not going to refer it to someone who's never going to get back to me.
Mm.
So that's
Right.
another reason why I do it. Like I had a deal out in Washington, PA that I kind of like passed on. I'm like, all right, I'm drained. I can't
Mhm.
go back and forth to Washington anymore. So referred it to an agent out there
Mhm.
um, that I had already a connection with.
Right.
So it's like, that's another part of why I do what I do because it's like who can I connect with?
Right.
How can I help you? How can we all help each other? And this
Right.
is the purpose really of the calls is establishing those relationships and building upon them and just helping out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Because, like you said, when opportunities come like that, you'll know who you trust and who you have a
Yeah.
relationship
I
with.
already have
Yeah.
you on my phone. It's like
Yeah.
they're gonna answer their
Yeah,
phone.
they're gonna that's
There's people that have never answered their phone. I've been doing this for 3 years now. Yeah, yeah. And it's like the third year in a row. Wow, you still didn't answer your phone. I think it's personal,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Communication is key in real estate for
Yeah.
sure. What role do accountability and structure play in your success?
Hmm. And those are like my kryptonite. I've always
Yeah.
struggled with accountability.
Uh,
I've always struggled with structure.
mhm,
I mean, I think that each phase of my life is getting better, but there's still long ways to go,
mhm,
you know. But I mean, if I'm being transparent, it's just something that I've struggled with. Um, Accountability is a big word. That's like a sometimes it could be like a cuss word to some people
mhm.
because people don't want to be accountable,
Right.
you know. And accountability is not just acknowledging it.
Mhm,
Accountability is also fixing it. So I don't have a problem like acknowledging it. Like, hey, yeah, I know this. I know I need to get better. I know I need to do this. And I won't.
mhm, yeah, yeah,
So that's the other half of it. It's like
yeah,
I could do the other half, which is acknowledging it, but addressing it and fixing it,
right.
I drop the ball sometimes.
But you noticed that real estate as far as with transactions and stuff, it does like it helps you to work on, okay, if you want making sure there's not gonna be any issues, being transparent, everybody being transparent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it has helped in that regard. 'Cause it's like, oh Lord, this, you wanna make sure this goes smooth.
I am getting better at structure though.
Structure, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like one of my personal goals, and I think it's helping me in real estate.
Mhm.
One of my personal goals is reading at least one book a month
Oh, okay.
and like staying true to that. Like, so I know if I only have like 30 minutes of my own personal time, I'm not cutting on Netflix. I'm not cutting on Hulu.
Mm,
I'm like, no, let me read.
that's good.
And it's helping me in other areas of my life as well. So it's like, let me stay because I got to finish these 12 books by the end of the year. And if I get more than that, that's good too.
Yeah,
But it's just creating that structure. Like I know I'm doing this.
right.
So if I can complete this, I know I can complete other like, things I'm trying to conquer in my life.
Yeah, that growth.
Yeah.
How does the team help you to scale faster? How did it help you to scale faster? Has it helped you?
I think so.
Mhm,
Yeah. Um and I think that I mean not it's in every aspect of
mhm.
your day and how you go about doing things.
Yeah.
Um I mean, being on a team is like, uh, you have certain goals,
Mhm.
and it's like if you're the only person in the room that's not, you know, meeting those goals, it kind of is like, oh wow, so
Yeah.
I gotta start realigning myself so can be like where everybody else is. So one goal for myself this year, and I set it for last year, whether I make it or not, I'm just at least setting that target. So I said 25 transactions in
Mhm.
2025. I didn't come close to it. Or no, you know what? I had 14, but there was a handful that fell apart. So
Mhm.
if those ones that didn't fall apart due to inspections or
Right.
whatever else, I would have been at like maybe 20.
Yeah, okay.
So I would have been pretty close.
Yeah.
So this year is 26 and 2026.
Oh, okay.
But my
Still
team
way.
manager reminds me like, hey, uh, how are we going to get there? And I'm like, uh, uh, we'll get there. And it's like, okay, how?
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, that just helps me, um, scale faster. That
Yeah.
helps me in not just that, but every aspect of real estate and what we're trying to accomplish as a team.
Yeah. That's good. And that's good too, having that like that motivation in a team too. Like he's motivating you, you motivating
Yeah.
each other. Where do most of your leads come from? Team provided or self generated?
It's almost even, but I mean more so, yeah, more so right now. Um, team generated,
Mhm.
but there's a good portion of that. I mean, my big ones
Mhm.
came from either referrals or floor doing floor time, so
Yeah,
answering the
okay.
phones,
Mhm.
so working the front desk. That was like where my first biggest lead came from. It was I think 322,000
Mhm.
was the price
Mhm.
point, and it was a call that came in at the front desk. They
Yeah.
were asking for another agent, and the agent didn't work for us, or he didn't work for the Berkshire Hathaway
Oh, okay.
brand anymore. And and if it's a Berkshire Hathaway agent, with respect, if they're calling for that agent, I will give them that
Yeah.
information. But
Oh,
if I'm looking all through and I'm like, I can't find this name anywhere,
yeah.
and then uh, our manager at the
Mhm.
time, she runs out of the office. She's like, he's not with us anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, all right. I said, hey, so this gentleman that
Uh,
you're inquiring about,
uh-huh.
whatever he can do, I can do just that.
Uh-huh.
So you let me know what you're looking for. We'll sit
Yeah.
down and we'll talk about your goals and your expectations
Mhm.
of me,
Right.
and I can get you to the finish line.
Yeah.
And that was my biggest one. And then my second biggest one came from a referral,
Okay.
but just by being in communication with people and consistently,
Right.
communicating. So it's even,
It's even. Okay.
almost even, but
Okay.
yeah, definitely a lot of it is coming from, the team leads.
The team leads.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how does being on the team impact the client experience?
Okay. I think you have more support
Mhm.
when it comes to a team.
Okay.
Uh, and again, it's all on how that team is structured. So, there might be some things that I come across and I'm just like, I'm not too privy on that,
Right.
especially with, just 4 years experience. I'll say, let me get a second opinion on that. I have
Right.
someone I can rely on,
Right.
my team manager who's had, you know, um, a plethora of transactions over
Mhm.
his career. I think he won Rookie of the Year his first year,
Oh, okay.
and he's been on President's Circle all the way leading up to this year. We finally hit chairman's. But
Oh,
with all that being said, I mean, with all that experience, with all those transactions that he's had, our team admin finally joined the team,
mhm.
so we have a good support of knowledge and experience.
Mhm.
So that's what you
Yeah.
that's the advantages of, if you are a client that is working with an agent who is on the team, you
Okay.
know.
You have all that support. Do clients care whether they're working on the team versus you individually? So with that being said today, so you find they don't really care as much?
uh it depends. Sometimes
Oh, okay.
I it'll slip my mind um when I tell, or no, like prime example, like if when documents are being sent out
Yeah.
and they're like, hey, who's Jason Dolby? And I'm like, oh, I didn't tell you,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
on a team, not Jason,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
um
Do they usually care?
oh yeah, yeah. So nah, they don't. But
They don't.
if I forget to tell them and they're like, wait, I thought, and I'm like, no, 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 I'm still working with you.
Yeah.
It's no different. It's just I'm under the team name. But they typically, they're not throwing a fuss or anything.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Now, what have you learned from your team leader?
um, I've learned that uh, I mean this guy is extremely dedicated. Like if he's gonna make 500 calls in 1 week, he's gonna do it.
Mm.
That's a little too much for me, but when he sets it out, it's just like this is what my assignment is. So he's
Oh, okay.
very committed to that assignment.
Mhm.
Me, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to make 500 calls in 1 week.
Mhm.
But he's on it.
He's on it.
Like he's trying to get listings. He's making calls,
Mhm.
and that's what it is. Consistency. Like he's very consistent, and he's very uh, determined
Yeah.
in that. So I mean that those are two things I would say that I've learned from him is to consistency and the determination.
Well, that shows that he's it's for you guys that's helping the team.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's making sure the team's good. Um, how has being on the team helped you with your learning curve? Like, how has it helped you with learning?
Well, I mean, again, there's a lot of things because we're not going to know everything.
Right,
You know, there's just some things that you're going to come across and you don't know.
right.
Um, like I know my team manager also has investment property.
Mhm,
So he knows a good deal about investment properties. He knows a good deal of um, how to manage rentals.
mhm.
Um, so yeah,
So you have learned a lot since being on.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
helps self learn. Yeah. Do you see yourself building your own team one day?
Not right now. That's not going to be for a long time. I want to be like super experienced,
Mhm,
have like uh, you know, I want to feel comfortable within myself that I could manage a team,
mhm.
you know. So it's not like a no, but
Okay.
for right now it's a no.
Okay. For right now, so that
Down the road it could be a maybe.
could be a maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the hardest part about being on a team that nobody talks about?
I think that one of the hardest parts is that, well, one, there's this idea that a lot of people get into real estate because it's like, I want to work for myself. I want to be my own boss.
Right.
That's not really the fantasy that people are building it up to be,
Mhm.
you know. And especially if you're working on a team, because I think the hardest part is like, again, my team manager is going to make 500 calls in 1 week,
Mhm.
and if he's looking at me like, you got to start making calls.
Mhm.
Sometimes the hardest part about that is again uh, the the accountability
Right.
because he's dependent on you. And plus, I would say this to wrap this question up. I think that the hardest part about being on the team is always having the pressure that you are meeting whoever's team you're on, that you are meeting their expectations
Mhm.
because they have expectations for you,
Right.
whether it's communicated or not. It's like, am I worth the investment?
Right.
And that's constantly always in my head. Like, dang, I hope I'm meeting these expectations. And
Right.
I
Right.
I'll occasionally ask them. I'll say, hey, uh, how are you with me? Like,
Uh-huh.
am I meeting like your expectations of this team and what I'm bringing to the team?
Right.
If I'm not, some things I got to work on.
Right.
But it's constantly on my mind all the time.
Yeah.
So that's the
Versus
hardest
being
part.
solo, knowing you're
Yeah,
not. Yeah, it's
there's
just
you don't
you.
have anybody to be
Yeah.
accountable to.
Yeah.
But again, you're still not your own boss.
Right.
Everybody
Yeah.
always like, I'm gonna be a boss. It's like, to me, I get it, but
Right.
that's not really the fantasy that the media hypes it up to be.
Nah.
At least
Yeah.
from my experience. Other people, they may have a different answer for you.
Yeah. I would probably think if you were a broker in your own office, you had your own brokerage.
Yeah,
Yeah. If someone is a brand new real estate agent, should they join a team?
depends.
Okay.
It depends. I don't think it'd be a bad idea.
Okay.
I
Do you
think
think they
that
should have that time being solo first, or you just go ahead?
yeah, like again, it all
Okay.
depends. Every agent is different. Every agent
Mhm.
is going to work differently. Some agents' egos won't allow them to even be on a team. Like
Right.
they just, I knew at some point I was like, hey, if I want to make this a career, I gotta I gotta throw away my pride. I gotta throw away my ego.
Mhm.
I gotta throw away all of that. I'll figure out, ways to stand out.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out along the way. But I don't think it would be a bad idea to join a team, and it has to be a team that is supportive.
Mhm.
It has to be a team that is gonna really disciple you as an agent, and not just like, hey, because it'd be terrible for you to join a team and you still feel like you're on your own.
Mhm.
In that case, then that's the wrong team for you.
Right.
So
Okay. What questions should an agent ask before joining a team?
yeah, so I know that and everybody's different.
Mhm.
Like I'm not so much all on like numbers, 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 numbers. Other people are like, well, what's my commission going to be?
Yeah.
What's this going to be? What's me? I'm more of a, and I think one of the first questions I asked was like, well, what are your expectations of me? I'm big on that. I'm like,
Mhm.
before I do this,
Yeah.
what are you expecting me to do?
Mhm.
What are you expecting me to bring in?
Right.
Um, and one question I asked, because again, my team manager approached me. I said, what was it that you saw in me? Because
Mm.
I thought I was just like some average schmuck.
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't have many sales. I mean, I ain't, it's tough, especially when you're first
Yeah.
starting out. And I'm like, you've made President's Circle like since you've been here.
Mhm.
So what would you see in me? You
Mhm.
know, but what should they ask?
Do you care to share what he saw in you?
That conversation was a while ago. I really almost forgot how that conversation went.
Because I had asked that to my the agent who got me into being a real estate agent. I
Okay.
asked her,
Yeah.
like, what did she see? And she had that's why I just asked if you didn't care to share or not.
Yeah. I will say that I think that with me making those birthday calls, it was on
Mm.
everybody's radar.
Okay.
And he's just like, well, hey, he's already on the phone.
Mhm.
So, and I'm making 500 calls. Maybe he can make those 500. And I'm like, that's a different 500 though. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I'm trying to get you to list your home versus
Yeah.
like someone calling out of the blue saying, hey, happy birthday.
Yeah.
It's two different calls, but it's still the same. Like you're
Yeah.
calling
Yeah.
strangers, you're
You're
calling people
still
you don't
cold
know.
calling all. Yeah, cold
Right.
calling. Yeah.
But no, I mean, the main thing for a new agent is, um, are you going to help me grow?
Yeah.
Are you going to disciple me, or is this all just for, points for you? Because you have expectations too,
Yeah.
just as much as they do.
Right.
I have expectations for you as well. So, and making sure that's clear from the get up.
Okay. So, and just a side question, I because you said you don't do much social media, but one thing I just have to ask: did you ever find out what was flying around when you came into the door? And
So everybody thought it was a bat,
uh huh.
and this is the first time I'm telling the story. So it actually was a bird.
Oh, okay.
It was just a bird, but the way it flew out, and at the time of night it was, I was like, yo. At first, I thought it was a bat,
Yeah.
but I think the second night when I saw it, um, I looked over and it was just one of those little birds, and I think we both were frightened because the bird was like pooping on the branch, and I'm just like, really, you
Just
serious?
can you give our viewers a little bit of like a little bit of background with that, just so they know why I asked that question?
Okay, so I had posted on my and I wasn't gonna do it, but my Ring camera, I had posted a video of me walking up, to my porch. It was like late at night too. It was like dark. It was
Yeah, it's
dark out,
dark.
right?
Yeah.
It was dark. So which made me think it was a bat because
Uh-huh.
I'm like, what bird is gonna just be out, So anyway, I'm at my door, and the first video I posted, I don't know, for whatever reason, I was in deep thought, and I'm just like, I'm shaking my head,
Mhm.
and I'm just in the zone. I'm getting my keys, and next thing you know, you hear this. I look back. I said, "What the heck was that?" I was like, "Man, let me get in this house." And then, like maybe 3, 4 days later, the same thing, but it flew out. The first time it flew behind me.
Mhm.
The second time it flew right out in front of me, and I have a tree outside of my porch on the right side. If you're like going up to the porch, so I looked over and I saw the bird, and it was like looking at me out of its like little side eye, and it was just like pooping on the branch, and I'm like, really?
It was
But yeah, so and I mean,
well, that's cool.
those videos actually went not like crazy viral or anything, but those are like my most interactive content. And I'm like, there's times I think I have some cool content, but everybody wants to see the you getting jacked up or
Yeah,
you
you just
being
never
frightened
know.
because
Yeah.
it's real. People can relate to
Yeah.
that. Like, I don't know if you saw the one video of when I tripped up the steps and
Yeah,
I
they
almost dropped everything and I
yeah.
almost hit my head. Again, people love that. Like, and if they can get that in real time, it's like Now this is real. It's not scripted.
Yeah.
Um, it's as real as it can get, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's times I'll post like my poetry videos and then nobody's liking that. They're like, whatever. And I'm like, well, so I have to get jacked up for you to
Yes, that's what it is. You just
give
never
me
know.
some feedback.
Yeah.
I'll post some real estate content. It's like, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what the
like,
viewers
wow.
like.
I'm like, okay.
Like the drama.
That's why I said I can't really do social media too much. Social media will really, it'll mess with you if you let it. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, I try not to be on it too much, you
Are you
know.
still doing your podcast?
No, I want to get back to it, but it's
Mhm.
just, it's a lot of work and money.
No.
So, you know, but eventually,
Eventually. Okay.
eventually I want to bring it back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, my podcast is called Seeking Wisdom Through Real Estate. So,
Okay.
what's a piece of wisdom that you'd like to give our viewers today?
You think that since I've been reading a lot, that I've gained some kind of wisdom that I can give to the people?
And it could be
Oh
anything.
yeah, you know what? Um, I'd say, am I looking at the camera for this like
Yeah,
wisdom shot here?
you can get deep.
um, no, really, and I've been working on this myself, but just and this is outside of real estate, but through my own personal journey, um, unplugging from social media, unplugging from pretty much everything, unplugging from your phones. I know one thing that I've been practicing is like if I'm out in like in a public space,
Mhm,
if I'm at a diner, I don't want to be on my phone
mhm,
because I look around and everybody is on their phones. And I'll never forget, I was traveling one time. I think I was visiting my aunt in Florida, and I'm at the airport, and everybody's just, they have their heads down. And just as much as I was judging everybody, I'm like,
mhm.
that's disgusting. Or just,
Yeah,
why don't you be in the moment? And then I'm like, wait, that's me. I do that.
right.
So I was like, I want to start being in the moment more. So just unplugging, put my phone in my pocket, I'll put it in my bag,
Mhm.
and I'll pull out a book. And even though it's a book and it's might not seem like
Yeah,
I'm engaged, people that catches people's attention.
right.
They're like, hey, what are you reading?
Mhm.
And it just opens up like a conversation with a stranger because
Yeah,
people are always intrigued whenever they see people reading. It's like a lost art now.
yeah.
But they're not going to ask you, like, if you're on your phone, hey, what are you scrolling at there?
Yeah.
It's just like, what? But if you have a book, it's just
Yeah,
like, this guy's reading. So, I
right.
mean, I guess my word of wisdom would be to be in the moment and not try to have anything that is taking you from that moment. That's what
Mhm.
these phones do. It's like moments are all around us and we're missing them because we're so, we're just,
That's true.
oh, oh, and we're trying to experience other people's moments
Yes, yes.
that is taking us from our moment.
Mhm.
And you never know who you're going to meet. So it's like you could have met somebody today, but you were taken away from it by these. And they're so small and yet they're
Yeah,
so powerful and captivating. It's like,
yeah.
how could something that little just take me away like that?
All right.
So just unplug from it all, and that's one thing I've been working on, trying to at least,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm.
So
That was powerful, guys.
really,
Being present in someone else's moment.
I didn't think it was that good, but
Um,
maybe I like it. I don't
I
know.
like that. I like that. That spoke to me.
Might need to say it that. I could do a TED talk now. I feel confident now. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So before we close, can you let the viewers know how they can get a hold of you?
How do you get a hold of me? I'm a pretty reachable guy. Um, not after 9 p.m. though.
Yeah.
How can you get a hold of me? Instagram is Rev's Neighborhood. Um, Facebook is Everett Regan. Am I giving my phone number out too, or what?
Some people do. I'll
Like
put it
Mike
in.
Jones.
I
Mike
can put it in.
Jones. I don't know if you remember Mike Jones put his phone number out on that song in the early 2000s. What was it? 281-330-800. I can't remember.
Uh,
You know a song I'm talking about? Anybody? I know it's
I
not just me. It's like
mm,
I'm Mike Jones, and he would say his phone number in the. You never heard that song?
no,
Okay.
not
Anyway,
it
I'm gonna put
doesn't
out my
show.
phone number. put out my phone
Or I'll
number.
put it in the description if you don't want to say it out loud. I can put it in the description of your
Okay.
video. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll do that because
Okay.
I don't want my phone blowing up. I'm trying to stay off of it,
I'm
so
going
I
to
don't
listen
want,
to Mike
you know,
Jones's song so I can see. I probably heard it,
it.
just
I
didn't
don't know
know.
if it's like good though, but just listen to the part where he says his phone number because I don't know what else he's talking about.
Okay. All right. Okay. So thanks again, Everett,
Yes,
for this. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. I did.
Okay.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right. And Everett helped me in my YouTube channel I had.
I
I did,
did.
yeah. Yeah, caseworker to realtor Leah Massey when we did a panel, little discussion.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
is
We talked
right.
about
I forgot
relationships.
about that.
Yeah.
I
So
forgot about that.
all right. So please subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment and let me know what you think and what you'd like to see for future videos. So see you next week when we will be seeking more wisdom through real estate. God bless.